Alright, let's graph this rational function. So we're going to graph this rational function, and we're going to use a little bit of a different step. Instead of the 8-step procedure that I have on my playlist, we're going to use a little bit of a different one because the teacher that gave this homework showed a different step process. So same kind of thing, but doing a little bit of a different order. The first step is to factor and cancel if possible. Notice I can't factor anything here, and one mistake a lot of people make is they want to cancel these 3's. You can't do that. You can't cancel those things because they're not factors, they're terms, and you can only cancel factors. 3 over 3 equals 1, but 3 plus x over 3 does not equal x because 3 on the top is not a factor of the top, for example. All right. So what I'm going to do first is rewrite this so that it's in standard form, where it's written with the degrees going down. So there it is. Now, since I can't factor and cancel, that means I have no holes or no removable discontinuities. So I'm kind of keeping track of things over here to the right. Next, I'm going to find my y-intercept. The y-intercept is going to be found by plugging 0 in for x, 0, comma, and now let's do the work underneath it here. I'm going to plug in 0 for x, 3 minus 0. I could have plugged it into this one as well. I changed the orders, but you'll see that when I plug in the zeros, now I get 3 over 3, and those can cancel, and that equals 1. So 0, comma 1 is my y-intercept. I'll also find my x-intercept. My x-intercept is found by plugging 0 in for y and solving for x, but in this case it's only in the numerator. I only have to worry about the numerator, so let's do this in green. There's my numerator. So when does x plus 3 equal 0? Notice there's my 0, that's my y-coordinate, f of x, or my y-coordinate.
When x is negative 3?
When x equals negative 3. Very good. So there's my x-intercept. Next, I'm going to find the vertical asymptotes. I'll do this in orange. Vertical asymptotes are found by setting the denominator equal to 0. So my denominator is negative x plus 3 equals 0. Add x to both sides and you get x equals 3. There's my vertical asymptote. Now my horizontal asymptotes I find by looking at the degrees. The degree of the top and the bottom are the same, and since they're the same, the horizontal asymptote is y equals negative 1, which determines what's going to happen toward infinity and negative infinity. So what else do I need? I might need some more points, but let's see if that's enough information. Let me even try to graph this down here. Let me see if I can fit it down here with the little space I have left. Let's plot my points. First of all, I have my y-intercept of 0, 1, so it's right there. I have my x-intercept of negative 3, so it's right there. Negative 3. I have a vertical asymptote of positive 3, so 1, 2, 3. That's a vertical asymptote. I'll draw that in. And I have a horizontal asymptote of negative 1, so that's right there. And I can see what's going to happen. This graph is going to go like this over here because of the asymptotes. And to the right, I'm not quite sure what happens, but actually I take that back, I am. Because it can't be up here. Why can't the graph be up there?
It passes the asymptote?
Because, no, it doesn't pass the asymptote, because then you'd have another what right here? Another x-intercept.
Right.
But I don't have any more x-intercepts. I only have one x-intercept, so it can't be up there, which means it has to be
over there,
down here. Now, technically, could there be some other stuff going on? Like, could this go above there and then come back down? I guess technically it could. But once you do enough of these, you start to get the hang of it, and that's a pretty relatively simple graph, and that's what the graph's going to look like. They might want you to find 1 or 2 more points. If so, just take 4 right here and plug 4 in for x up here to your original, and you get, or not your original, either your original or that one right there. Plug in 4 and 4 in for the x. You'll get 7 over negative 1, which is negative 7. So you get 4 negative 7, which is consistent. It's going to be down there, down low, underneath the screen that you can see there. So there's your graph, and that's how you do it.